Hello friends, welcome in my channel Learn English Grammar with Sulakshana. Friends, in the last video we have seen kinds of subordinate clauses. There are three kinds of subordinate clauses, that is noun clause, adjective clause and adverb clause. So in this video we are going to see something about noun clause. So let's start. Before we see the kinds of noun clause, let's understand well what is noun clause actually. So let's see here on the screen, you can see there is one sentence, I want a book. In this sentence, a book is called as a noun. You know that what is noun means. So a book is one of the noun and it is a only single word, so I can call it a noun. So book is a noun. And what is the place of this noun? So in this sentence the place of noun is after the verb. Okay, so after the verb means object of verb. So it is object of verb want. A book is object of verb want. So if we go the second sentence, let's see here there is some difference in the second sentence. So what is the difference in second sentence? So in the second sentence again subject is I and after subject there comes again verb. I have changed here a little bit verb. Instead of want I write here wish. So I wish, and wish is one of the verb. After the verb, we have seen in the first sentence, after the verb there is a place of a noun. But in the second sentence, instead of taken noun, I have taken a phrase. So to get a prize, it is one of the phrase. See my friends, phrase means a group of word which gives you some meaning but not a complete meaning at that time. To that group of word we called a phrase. This is a phrase, no doubt, but this phrase comes on the place of noun, where it comes in the place of noun, so that's why we can call it noun. But it is not only noun, what it is phrase, and that's why we have given the name noun phrase here. Okay, so that's why wherever on the place of noun comes phrase, at that time we can say it is a noun phrase. See in the third sentence what is given in the third example. So let's see. In the first example only one word is given, so we called it noun. In the second example phrase is given on the place of noun, so we called it noun phrase. In the third example clause is given in the place of noun, so we can call it noun clause. So let's see here. Is it clause? Yes, it is clause. So how can we identify clause? Whenever any group of word having subject and predicate, or sometimes only predicate, whether the sentence or a group of word having conjunction with it or not, but it is called as a clause. But to identify subordinate clause, do remember this all the way, that these subordinate clauses always followed by subordinating conjunction. I have told you what is subordinating conjunction means. All WH words are called as a subordinating conjunction. Then that is there, then if is there, unless is there, until is there, though, although, even if, even as. These all conjunctions are called subordinating conjunctions. So this clause start with subordinating conjunction, and it is having subject and having predicate, means it is a clause. Definitely it is a clause and it is a subordinating clause, because main clauses are always start with whether subject or predicate, or if they start with the conjunction, at that time only and only they start with coordinating conjunction. Remember my friends, coordinating conjunctions. Main clauses always start with coordinating conjunction or subject or predicate, but subordinating conjunctions starts always and always start with subordinating conjunction. So it is subordinating conjunctions comes, subject comes and predicate comes. So it is a clause. But what is there? These clause comes on the place of noun. So we can call it noun clause. Means to understand, no? Whenever a word come on the place of noun, it is noun or pronoun. Whenever phrase comes on the place of noun, it is called as a noun phrase. And whenever a clause comes on the place of noun, it is called as a noun clause. So, see here, these are places. Means, see, this is called noun clause, noun phrase or noun. So, let's see here, friends, I'm asking you one question. Do you know how many places, how many are places of noun? Means on how many places does noun come? Okay, so let's see one by one. Just comment your answer in comment box. Till then I'm giving answer. See here, there is a one sentence. Sita likes mango than apple. This is the one sentence. The another sentence is look at the board, and the last sentence is this is my house. These three sentences I have given to you, and in these three sentences I have given some names. Some nouns are there with a different color. Okay, so these nouns are 5. Okay, 5 in number, these nouns. So let's see here, these all, every noun comes on the different places. So these are the 5 places of noun. Let's see one by one what are the places. So let's see here, very first place, as you always know, very first place is the subject of verb. See, likes is a verb here. So before verb, if noun comes, at that time we can say subject of verb. So it is called as a subject of verb. So we find here first place of noun. Where is the first place of noun? Sorry, the first place of noun is here in our examples. See, before the verb, or we can say subject of verb. The second place is here mango. Mango is the another noun. So where is it placed? After the verb, means we can say object of verb, because every time in grammar we can say whatever the word come before, it is called as a subject, and whatever word comes after, it is called as an object. So mango become object of verb like, and Sita becomes subject of verb like. So what is apple? So apple is again noun. It is the third place of noun, and where it come? It come in apposition to noun mango. So it comes in apposition. Apple come in apposition place, means it comes in apposition to noun mango. So it is the third place, means sometimes noun may also come in apposition to noun or a pronoun. So this is the third place. Fourth place is, you can see the board. The board is also one of the noun. It is the fourth place. And when it comes after preposition at. Means sometimes noun followed by preposition, and whenever noun followed by preposition, we can say object of preposition, because it comes after the object. So we can call it object of preposition. Okay, so the last place of noun, see, what is last place of noun? This is my house. So let's see, friends, this is, if I break the sentence here, this is, so I cannot get a complete meaning. It is giving incomplete predication. This is giving incomplete predication. So to complete this incomplete predication, here comes noun my house. Do you understand? No. Here my house comes to complete incomplete predication. This is, means sometimes noun may come to complete the incomplete predication, and so that we can call it complement of incomplete predication. Okay, complement of a verb of a incomplete predication, it is a full name. So these are, friends, these are the 5 places of a noun, and according to these 5 places we have divided these noun clause. See, here we have seen only noun places, but these are the places of noun, and according to places of noun we have classified, or we have divided the kinds of noun noun clauses. So let's see here what are their names. So name are very simple. These are the name, whatever they are that name are only given. So let's see. So what are the noun clause? So let's see here. The very first noun clause is name, that the subject of verb. As we have seen, Sita likes. So Sita is the noun which comes before the verb. So whenever at the place of Sita comes clause, we can say, or we can call it subject of verb. Secondly, the object of a verb means, see here, the word mango comes in the previous example. The mango comes means Sita likes mango. Whenever we write that, the object of verb like is mango. So mango is the object of the verb, and whenever in the place of mango comes clause, we can call it object of verb noun clause. The third is the complement of a verb of incomplete predication. So let's see here. I told you in the third sentence there is a sentence, this is my house. So this is an incomplete predication in that example. This is, what is this is? This is incomplete predication, and the house is given complement of the verb. So it is complement. So the house, whenever we put clause in the place of my house, so we can call it complement of a verb of incomplete predication. In the fourth, what is four kinds? So the object of a preposition, I told you, look at the board. So whenever at is there, at is the preposition, and whenever after the preposition comes clause, look at the board. If I am saying, so the board is the noun over here, and instead of writing one noun board, if I use here a clause, if I put here a clause, at that time it is called as a noun clause of, means the object of a preposition noun clause. And the last and the fifth type of noun clause is in apposition to noun or a pronoun. Means, see here in the first example I have written Sita likes mango, then banana, sorry, then apple. Apple is there, I think, no? So mangoes, then apple. So apple is there, and apple comes in apposition to mango. Okay, whenever if I put a clause in the place of apple, at that time it is called as in apposition to noun or a pronoun noun clause. So like that, these are the 5 kinds or a type of a noun clause. So let's see here, just remember, just repeat it, just learn it, just study it, and in our next lecture we will go to see more about these noun clause. So very soon we will meet. Till then, just see my video, learn from it, and if you are having any doubt, so please ask me, comment me. I will definitely give you solution. At least I try my 100%. So let's see here. If you like my videos, so please subscribe my channel, press the bell icon, and don't forget to like and share it. Okay, so till then, bye bye, study well, stay well. Thank you.